Have a look at this. That. I found this in Miss May's room. Which probably isn't legal, but... Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Maya Faye's phone, were you not? Mia Faye's? Oh my, I'm confused between the names now. Ooh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... the conversation again, isn't it? Let's check this. What's it this time? And it tells you the time. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Yeah. Oh, no, I have to press E to present it. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? I... Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May? Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's not fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it? That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, actually she's not, she should be answering the question. It's for Edgeworth to object. You were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Because she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course I can and will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say. Way! Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why? That's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold? That sounds even worse. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Yeah. Iced coffee. I think I'm making this up as the bellboy. Wink. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Okay, and... what's that got to do with anything? So where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. It means that she knew someone was coming in and knew to call at that point. Her testimony stands... No, it doesn't! She saw the defendant Maya Faye commit murder. No, she didn't. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. I don't know, because this is the thing. I've got the random bellboy, but he might corroborate that. Like, this is so bizarre. It's like, why do I have to prove that she was the killer? Like, that's completely irrelevant to whether Maya did it. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's not like, murders aren't binary. It's not like, it's this person or this person. Let's see if there's anything else I can do. Right, on with the cross-examination. What exactly do you have left to examine? Miss April has a Winston White up, yes, but that bears no relevance to the case at hand. Murder. Yes, it does. You're an idiot. There's no way you can prove any connection. Uh-oh. Think. This can't be the end, but I'm out of evidence. Then I believe the cross-examination is over. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't have any other witnesses to call. No, Your Honour, she's the last. But that means... No, I can still call. Yes, Mr. Wright. The defence would like to call the battle boy after all. It's not an either-or. Exactly, this isn't an either-or. Why give me the option? Just be like, I call the bellboy. Or is it just to make it seem like I have some degree of control as a player? As I thought. Huh? May I remind you, dear Mr. Wright, should you question the bellboy, and Miss April May's alibi proves to be solid, then by default your client will be pronounced guilty. That's not how anything works! That's not how anything works. Is it? You can't just be like... I mean, by this logic, I could randomly accuse Miles Edgeworth of a horrific crime. Like, I accuse... Okay, you know what? I'm going to accuse you of being Jack the Ripper. You're an immortal being who's actually Jack the Ripper, and you're guilty of being Jack the Ripper unless you can prove, I don't know, Fred Flintstone is Jack the Ripper. That's not how... That's just not logical. It's not sensible. Are you prepared to accept my condition? That's not how anything works. Edgeworth. He's got me backed into a corner, but I don't see any other way to take this. Ix. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. Very well. You will play a game of tennis, and whoever wins will decide whether the prosecution or the defense wins. So dumb. I believe we're ready for the witness test. I think I like the gameplay of this. I don't like the framing for it. Like, if we were the detective trying to work out who did it, I think that, and so you need to have evidence of who did it. But being the defense lawyer, and you have to prove someone else did it, otherwise... He looks like a bellboy. Oh! He stirs a cup of tea. If someone's in the middle of work, sir, I'm happy to be of service. Can we have tea? Can we have like a tea break? That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. The room service. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May, herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. Hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved in the murder somehow, May will now be finished. Head bellboy. That's not relevant. Believe I received a phone call at 8, so I'll challenge that. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and I... The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot. So I'm going to press that one. 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. The time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. How do you know? Precisely 9, then? Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent to be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 p.m. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about that time? Delivered the iced coffee to our guest herself. You're sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guests, favoured me with an embracer, sir. Embracer? Is that French? Embrasser? It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, more of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanour, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. Though there is, because if the murder happened at 9, and she's out with the bellboy at 9, how did she... Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? No. Protest. Wait. Please wait. Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question. That's all. Okay. This is really it. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? I don't know. You ask him about the check-in, so, you know... I think it's got to be the room service. Tell me again about room service. Again, sir? At exactly 9. I said 18 was the charge. I see. $18? Doesn't that sound a bit expensive? Yes. Well, iced coffee for 2, you know. And we don't skimp on the ice, sir. What did he say? What did you say? Rather, quite... Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. No, it wasn't. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Whole truth. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, a good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Okay, right, I move to have him disbarred. Oof. You fool! I've done it. I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Oh, so the 3, it's like, oh, it's a twin room, and they had to make both rooms up. The room service, it was iced coffee for 2. Check-in, she had a man with her. So, okay, wherever you pick, then it's going to get you the same way. Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we've just learned of another person involved, who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... Who was the other person, Miss April May? It was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof! Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself had an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Oof. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Mayor Fay. Court is adjourned. September the 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright, you're amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May... I don't need a lead. I'm not a detective. I'm a lawyer. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? They arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention centre now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis... Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony is all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack that ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that descendant. It's up to me to set her free. I mean, we've trashed all of the evidence. This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense because we've basically trashed all the evidence the prosecution has. All the testimony is blown up because... yeah, the person... Well, okay, no, not necessarily. Well, no, actually, yes, in this case. All we know of the evidence that's stuck is that Mia was attacked, which we already knew because she was murdered. That's the only evidence we actually have from that. Miss April May has an alibi, but that's it. But that's the only other real thing we got out of that, is that there's a potential man involved, and April May had tapped the phones, so there's a bit of an idea there that maybe she's involved in some conspiracy against Mia, but there's no actual concrete evidence against Maya anymore, so she should just be released. This is but I'm going to put the curtain here, I think. We'll see what happens. And next time, we will see some more of this case and advance on Phoenix Wright's story. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching.